fucking around with some shit.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back, man.
Welcome back to another video, boys. You know,
Today's video is
a little story
Story
time. You know when you read your little sons a bedtime story. We're gonna share a story time to all our fans out there.
this story is for me at least the biggest mistake.
Yeah, probably one of the darkest times. Probably me's top two. One of the
Yeah.
darkest times, but it's pretty funny at the same time. You know, so we're gonna start off the story.
Are we going in detail?
Yeah, we're trying to get
Other than names?
Yeah, of course, no names. We're obviously gonna include no names onto that stuff, and we're gonna try to do as much as we can and try to illustrate what happened. So I'll start off like a first section, and we can kind of like switch it
okay.
up. So I'm gonna throw it back to our.
Actually, I'll start.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, this dates back to probably 3 years ago in
grade 11, sorry.
grade 11 Christmas break. This is why I want to start it off, because every Christmas break I go to my cottage. That's where all my family is or whatever, right?
The cottage.
So I'm cutting to the cottage, and I'm at the cottage or whatever, and this nigga hits me up.
I'm like, hey, my dog, my Brody, fam. I need a little favor from you, fam. And he says, yo, whatever it is, what do you need, my dog? I said, bro, allow me your crib for me to bring a little sweetie over. Well, at the time, I thought sweetie, man. But like, to bring a girl over, right? And he's just like, gee, is that what you need? I'm like, yeah. And so I'm like, he's like, well, there's a spare key in the back. You can go grab that key. Yeah, you can go grab that key. And when you bring the girl over. So I was like, I remember I was in school, finished up my last shit, and
Oh yeah, because I cut early.
Yeah, you cut early because it was Christmas. Yeah, and I had like a test and stuff. I actually got exposed almost for cheating on that test, which was so funny. But yeah, anyways, fucking already stressed kind of. Go get this guy's key. I kind of set up the house, whatever, blah, blah, get like a movie on kind of shit, whatever. The girl comes over, blah, blah, and, do the biz, whatever. And, yeah, so those are blessed, right? So it's all blessed. We got, have a night with the girl, whatever. And then I cut, and I kind of did that for like a couple times, 2 or 3 times, right? And a couple of my boys kind of figured out that like, that I also like girls had a free base and shit and stuff like that. So then the first kind of like stress, I guess, like the first like sketchy encounter of this whole, before the whole thing escalates, is that like one of my boys had like a couple friends over, because I left like the key under the rug.
Yeah, because he was the only one
with the
thinking
key,
that he was going every time. But then
so then
one of our boys,
kind of figured out, and then kind of had a couple boys downstairs and shit, and like
still nothing major at that point.
And you remember you called me? This guy calls me. He's like, "Yo, like I think there's mans at my crib."
So this is what happened, right? I see on Snap Story. I'm like, one of the people posts on their Snap Story. They're like, "Yo, like a little video." I'm like, "Hold up, that's my basement." So I'm like, "Hold the fuck up." I text this nigga. I'm like, "Hold the fuck up."
I actually took a fucking story. What a dumbass.
Yeah.
What a stupid fuck. Anyways,
I check my phone, I text my boy, and then he's like, "Oh, shit, I didn't know that shit." And I text him, I'm like, "Yo, I didn't know you were in my crib and shit."
Yeah.
He's like, "Ah, we're just in the basement and shit." People were acting like
it was so chill. Everyone's acting like, "Oh, yo, I'm just in your basement. I'm just chilling." I call one of my boys. I'm like, "Yo, like, what's going on? Like, what's going on in the crib?" And she's like, "Oh no, bro, we just have a few boys over. We're just vibing."
Yeah, as if it
was
was
just
like
vibing.
a park.
Yeah, like, it was just like it's their crib, fam.
Yeah.
Like it was so funny. Like they were so nonchalant about it. But yeah, so that was kind of like the first kind of encounter or whatever. And, we kind of decided, like, after that, like, I went to the house, and I'm like, okay, if people are going to be coming over, because like, a couple other boys asked, like, girls if they could, like, have some friends over and shit. So it was like, oh, yeah, this is no problem. So I just made sure I went over and hid, like, a bunch of stuff. I was like, all, like, his kind of valuables and shit, I made sure, like, to hide it, make sure, like, no one would take anything. Right. And I went over there with a couple of my boys, too, and we just kind of kicked it and chilled. And one of our boys, he's a young snake now.
Our ex-boys.
Yeah, ex-boy. Had the key last, because I gave it to him. I was like, listen, like, I'm probably not going to be coming back here. You asked Gills, he said it was blessed. Whatever. Like, we thought he was only going to bring, like, 2 or 3 friends. Like, it wasn't like he was just having some boys over or whatever.
Because at that point, most of our friends knew about it.
Yeah.
Like, all my friends know that I cut, but not everyone knew that I had a key or whatever, and then everyone heard I had a key, so they were all just trying to get to the crib.
Yeah, everyone was trying to
fly. Fuck, they're like,
yo.
yo.
So then, fucking, that's so dark. Whatever, fucking. So we get to the, we get to now the kind of the juicy part where our boy kind of snakes us. So basically, he tells us he's only having like a couple people over, a couple boys.
Yeah.
Ends up throwing a fucking jam with like maybe 15, 16 people. Like just, a bunch of his boys, girls, and all that shit, whatever. They're all like smoking, whatever, drinking, all that shit. Right? I know that Gills is coming home like soon, right?
Yeah.
So my boy just told me it was like a couple of friends or whatever. So I go back to his crib to clean up and to check if everything's still there, if like nothing's missing or anything. So I clean up his house and blah blah, make sure everything's like stored away and kind of stuff, make sure everything looks good. There's no evidence that when he comes back his parents will know. So yeah, and then make sure everything's blasted. I leave the crib and then young Gills gets it back and then you can.
So I get. First of all, the boy that snaked us too. He got someone to deliver drugs at the house. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So it was random people finding out about this shit too.
Yeah, bare randos.
Like niggas I didn't even ever talk to or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm on the way home or whatever. I'm like, all right, they took care of it and shit.
Yeah, we cleaned it.
Everyone cleaned it. I should be blessed, right? So I get home, whatever. I'm chilling. Probably in the morning. We leave early. So I get home in the morning and I go to my bed, probably just chilling. And then whatever, the day goes by and then I go to sleep, right?
No, we were. Oh, wait, I gotta
and
clear
keep
this.
in mind. Wait, what are you gonna say?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna speed up. We'll kind of yeah. But what I was gonna say is that me and this guy were FaceTiming, right? The day before the shit dropped, right? So
like the day I got home, I FaceTimed him.
So we were FaceTiming for like almost the whole night. Like we kind of pull like it all nighter on FaceTime. We're up to like maybe like four or five, right?
Yeah.
And so then whatever, we cut FaceTime and we go to bed. And then this young Niva calls me at like 8, 9, something like it was like I had 3 hours.
7.
I think I had like almost 1-2 hours of sleep, right? Calls me, I'm like half asleep.
I was spamming this nigga.
Yeah. I usually don't even pick up, but I just like it was someone called me so many times and I was like, what the fuck is going on, right? Yeah. Pick up my phone and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like what's up? And he goes like, yo, like my Xbox is missing. And to make it worse, this guy has an Xbox, right? But that
was my birthday gift, right? So my mom, I guess because I was talking about PS4, but she was like, oh, maybe I'll get him an Xbox or whatever. Yeah. So she got me an Xbox, whatever. We were planning on returning it, so we left it there before we went to the cottage. So we were going to return it back and then get me a new gift, right? So then we get back or whatever, my dad's, like, whatever, a day after the morning after. He's like, yo, Max, knocks on my door. He's like, Max, where's the Xbox? And then he also sees footprints all over the house. He's like, hold up. People have been in this house or something? Because like he cleaned the house before we left. And then he sees the snow. There's pass on the snow.
Yeah, we live in Canada, so there's bare snow.
Yeah, it was snow. It was in the winter, keep in mind, right? So there's footsteps leading to the shed where the key was at first. Niggas is fucking seeing footsteps everywhere.
There's beer cans on
There's
the
a
roof.
beer can on the roof.
Niggas, oh man, who throws a fucking beer can? Yeah, anyway, there's beer cans on the roof and shit.
So he sucks. He's like, hold up.
What's going on here?
What the fuck going on? Max, you need to tell me what the hell happened. He literally comes in my room. He's like, you need to tell me what happened. Because at first I was like giving him excuses, but he was not buying that shit.
Yeah, because I remember you called me. He's like, yo, like, the Xbox missing. The Xbox is missing. Like, do you know where it is? Like, did you guys move it somewhere? Like, blah, blah. And I hid, like, kind of his stuff, but I didn't even, like, I forgot completely about the Xbox. Like, it was, like, by his TV in the corner, so it was already kind of hidden, but I guess someone saw it. So, everybody goes in fucking panic mode. We're like, oh, fuck, like, I'll text people. We started texting people, calling boys and shit. And at first...
basically, I wasn't trying to tell him the real story.
Yeah.
I was just trying to find the Xbox, because if I told him the real story, I'd get fucked out of my mind.
Destroyed, right? And we knew that, okay, as long as we can find the Xbox. So everyone's hunting, trying to find the Xbox, trying to, like, where the fuck did this go? Do we know who took it? Trying to figure out everything. But at first, all I was saying is that I wasn't that stressed, because I was like, oh, like, fuck, if we can't find, I was obviously trying to bless you, but if we don't find, like, only, like, Gills is going to get in shit, right? That's what I first thought initially.
That's probably like, what everybody
thought. Like, first initially, that, oh, only Gills is kind of going to get in shit, like, fuck, that's kind of tough. I'm obviously trying to help my boy, but like we only do so much. So we're in panic mode, trying to figure everything out. We can't find the Xbox. We're trying to figure out, like, yo, can we scrape in money? We're all broke as fuck. Can we scrape in money? Oh, yeah.
Searching for money.
Yeah, we're all trying to like
chip in. We're all trying to chip in.
Oh yeah, all trying to chip in, trying to chip in and trying to you know, get the guap up, trying to get some money up just so we can fucking get an Xbox. But obviously we're broke, we couldn't do that. We couldn't figure out who had it, blah, 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 whatever. So kind of days passed, right? And obviously, young Gills had to tell him. So.
Yeah, I end up having to tell my dad the full story. He was getting mad. He's like, either you tell me or I get the cops to tell me what happened.
So we
and I obviously knew, and I didn't want the cops to get involved. So I was like, all right, I'll just tell him. Like, there's no other way to just go about it.
Yeah, and thinking too, like, Gills got home with his dad. His mom wasn't home yet, and his mom's really the Thor, the enforcer of the crib.
Yeah.
So let's speed up. Tell him what happened when your young mom came in, and you had to tell her what happened.
Yeah. So basically, my dad's like, all right, you know what? You're gonna tell your mother. I'm not telling your mother. So she comes back a day after or whatever, after I tell my dad or something. Or maybe 2 days, whatever. And then I'm like, she's like hugging me. She's like, oh, how you doing? All this stuff.
She was blessed.
And then my dad's just like sitting there straight face. And then I'm like, Mom, I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
And we sit down. She's like, what? Like, what? Did something bad happen? This is all in French, but fucking yeah. She's like, oh, did something bad happen? I was like, and then I had to explain what we just talked about, the whole story.
Fucking seagulls. Yo! Seagull shits on me, I'm pissed.
Why are they so close?
Anyways, yeah, boy, like, yeah, this guy explains what the
story
fuck
to my
happens,
mom.
right? His mom obviously starts, like, crying and shit, and, like, okay, they're not them.
Yeah, she starts, like, she's getting mad, whatever. But then, that's not the worst part, right? She's like, all right. I mean, she gets in investigative mode.
She turns into fucking go-go gadget, bro.
She turns into
fucking...
Bro,
detective fucking whatever, whoever the best detective
Sherlock
Holmes, fan.
Yes, bro.
Trust her, I'm going to everybody's crib. I'm trying to figure out everything, right? Like I'm going to school, blah, 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 all this shit, right? We hear this shit. Now everyone starts getting stressed.
Everyone's stressed. They're like, hold up, bro. I might go to jail.
Yeah, all this shit, like trespassing charges. Like people are worried about the university future, all this shit, right? This guy texts me or calls me. He's like, yo, like, before I even knew she was going go-go gadget mode, fam. Like, he texted me, he's like, yo, my mom's coming to your crib, and she wants to talk with your parents about what the fuck happened. And I'm like, no. My dad, Jamaican bodybuilder dad, there's no way like, I can have this in my scene, bro. I just got, like, I'm on such a good page with them, no way. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I'm not home. Like, I tell this guy the biggest cap. I'm like, yo, I'm not home. Turn the fuck around. I'm not home. Don't come to my crib.
Yeah.
His mom's like, I don't give a fuck.
I saw the text. He was like, yo, like, I'm not home or whatever. Because I asked for the address or whatever.
Yeah. He's like,
I'm not home, whatever. Yeah. But my mom still knew where he lived because we had dropped him off a couple times. But she's like, I'm going regardless. I don't care home or not.
Yeah.
And the thing is, she said in the whip, she's like, if he's not there, he's not there. But I still just want to make sure.
Yeah, thinking if I wasn't home that morning, or if I finessed it, I would have been blessed. But of course, it didn't get loud. Anyways,
we do this. So I'm in that position, right? I have to go up to every door of the people. I went to probably 4 houses, every people. But,
so yeah, we'll explain the big one at my house. So this guy pulls up to my house. I'm probably shitting bricks. Like my anxiety is through the fucking roof. I cannot believe what's about to go on. I literally, because I live with like kind of a lady. Like it's not even my own house, right? So like I'm already like. I'm like kind of like a guest, so I always have to be on my best behavior. So, of course, I'm shitting my pants. This guy opens the door.
Wait, tell him first, before you say that, tell him how she knew about the key, kind of.
About the...
How you would tell her...
Oh, like, yeah. Oh, to make it even worse, because she saw me, because I brought the key home one time, and she saw me, I call her like my stepmom. She's kind of like, she saw this key, and I'm like, oh, yeah, like, Max's parents gave it to me just in case I need like a place to stay, like or if I'm in like a bad situation, like I could always have the house open. So she already lied to her from the bat why I had the key. So I already lied. So that was already bad enough. Yeah. So then they come in, walks in the house. My dad's hyped. Like, oh, this is what happens when like your son makes good friends. Like he's gonna see my parents. He's all smiley. Oh, let's go meet the parents. This motherfucking mom drops a bomb on my parents, fam. Like a bomb. My dad smiled. Went 0 to 100, just pissed. He's telling like
my mom was talking the whole time, and his dad just went
like pissed, bro. And so like she's just saying what happened, basically like like obviously some of the shit didn't actually happen, but it was like just to make it sound worse. He was like, oh, like there's people doing drugs in my house, like drinking, like I don't know if they went through all my stuff, like they stole shit. And it sounds like I did all this shit, right? Like it sounded like kind of like, oh, like I knew about everything that was happening. Obviously I didn't, but like I knew like everything that was happening, and I kind of let everything happen. So my dad's like, I can't believe this is my fucking kid, like whatever. just bullshit mom tells us all the shit like, yeah, I just want to let you know like Drew's not welcome back at my house anymore, all that shit kind of stuff. And I'm like, holy fuck, I'm getting ripped.
That hit.
Yeah, that hit. I was like, I can't even be at my boy's house anymore. We used to hang out like every Friday.
Every fucking Friday.
And so then they cut, right? Whatever, I said peace, whatever. They closed that door, bro. I'm telling you, man, that was the scariest moment of my entire life, probably. Probably the most scariest moment. I was, holy, when I tell you I was fucking stressed. My dad, first of all, the lady I live with is crying, like tears.
Yeah, oh my.
My dad is ripping me. I almost passed out. Like, I literally, like, I could see faint. Like, I felt like my face was getting blurry. Like, I literally couldn't
We
even
had
breathe.
it the worst.
Easily the worst. Fucking, my dad's ripping me. He's like, bro, like, I brought you over here. 'Cause I lived in South Africa before. It's like, I brought you over here. And, like, you're fucking wasting your opportunities doing fucking stupid shit like this. Oh, just going off on me. Like, bro, like what do you got, the lady crying. Like, this is so disrespectful. I can't believe you did this, whatever. And he's like, bro, they snatched my key from my own house. They're like, you're not even allowed to have this shit. Like, we don't fucking trust you. And blah, 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 whatever. Like, you lied to us, all this shit, right? I'm, like, just stressing. Like, my parents are not talking to me. Like, Gil's parents, like, they are not talking to us. And they're, like, basically just, like, ripping us. And they took away some of my Christmas gifts. Petty-ass nigga. Took some of my fucking Christmas gifts away.
This is the thing. For me, at home, every day after school, or things like that, bro. It was just like interrogation, because it was our house. He had to deal with it fucking pretty bad, but me, it was every day. Like I had to have the same story, or else I was fucked.
Yeah, because she had to figure out, like, she had to know, like, oh, like everything. Right? My parents already knew the story. They didn't have to keep asking me about it, just like a little things. But like, there was just silence in my house. It was the most awkward shit ever. Like, my dad drove me 15 minutes every day to school, so like I literally had the worst car rides ever. And it was ass, bro. And, like, taking everyone and our whole friend group was stressed.
The whole school knew about it.
Yeah, whole school knew. Everyone knew. Everyone was making jokes. Oh, like, did you find your Xbox yet? Like, oh, hey, like, hey, like,
niggas we didn't even talk to.
Yeah, we're trolling us. Like, oh, do you want me to watch your house for the weekend? Like, shit like that. I'm like, bro, if you don't shut up,
fucking, bro, niggas. Most of the parents knew about what happened, and none of them got bitched, nothing. But we got
flamed.
My absolute worst.
Bro, my dad, like, almost, like, kicked me out the house, bro. He was saying, like, bro, I don't even know if I can have you here. 'Cause it wasn't even my house. So, like, I almost got kicked out of my crib, bro. I was searching, like, Airbnbs at school. I'm like, yo, trying to find a job. I'm like, yo, I need to be able to fucking support myself and shit. And fucking, it was you just boot me out. So I was so stressed, man.
And you were what, 18 at that time?
No, man, I was like 17, turning 17 or something like that, like something like that. And I was just like, holy fuck, I cannot do this. I cannot have this. Bro, at school, I didn't even like do schoolwork. Like,
I hated school. Holy hell, I hated being at school or eating dinner or something, because we always have family dinner. The best time was late at night, where I just had my own peace and quiet.
Right. And like sleeping was the best time. Where
coming home from school was trash. Waking up in the morning was trash for a good like 2 months.
But yeah, you know,
I was grounded for 2 months.
It was a crazy fucking time. One of the worst times. Like, we literally got trolled, fucking flamed, ignored by our rents, just brutalized, bro. We never ever found the fucking Xbox 2 somehow.
To this day, bro.
We still don't know where the fuck this thing went. It was like one of the biggest mysteries of fucking our lives. Someone really fucked our days. Yeah. But
we definitely learned.
Learn, boys. The biggest thing I can say to you guys is that, just, bro, whatever you're doing, that if you know it's sus, you know it's fucking.
No, God will humble you.
Yeah, bro, He will humble you fast, man. Just don't do it. Try. Obviously, you're gonna make mistakes throughout your life, but like, if you know that maybe something's up, just try to just stay away from it. Because, man, trust me, it really isn't fucking worth it. Yeah. And thank God we didn't get charged. We didn't get any of that shit. Yeah. So we got blessed. We really did get blessed. But, like, you know, we could have been much worse. It could have been way worse. So yeah. That's a crazy story time of the missing Xbox of that shit. But
biggest mistake.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the Lickle story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, of course, like usual, smash the subscribe. Tell your boys. You know, like I always say, Hottest YouTube channel. Jump on it when it's early. Peace.
I was just fucking around with some shit.